for you.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another Bree Book Reviews video. Today I'm just going to do a really quick Friday Reads video for you all, just to let you know what I will be reading over the weekend. I am actively reading 4 books right now. One of them is an audiobook. The first one I have here that I'll probably finish over the weekend is Dragon Sword and Windchild by Noriko Ogiwara. This is the first book in the Tales of Magatama duology, and I am almost halfway through this right now. Actually, I would be finished with this had I not gone through, I wouldn't say a reading slump. I just haven't been doing much reading all week because I've been hanging out with family and my fiance, and as opposed to having nothing to do and staying home and read, which is what I normally do. But I've actually been very actively doing stuff, so that has lessened my reading. Really enjoying this, and this is the only book in my Japanese June TBR that I am reading. Not gonna lie, I am doing horribly in Japanese June right now because I just don't know what it is. I need my epic fantasy. This is the closest thing to like epic fantasy that I own with the Japanese author, and I'm just so into that. So I have had no motivation to start any of the other books, even though they do have fantasy elements in them. They're more like magical realism books, and I'm just not into that right now. So needless to say, the other 3 books are definitely not part of my Japanese June TBR. This one I'm currently reading is The Desert Spear by Peter V. Brett. This is book 2 in the Demon Cycle series, and this was in my TBR, although it's not part of the Japanese June TBR. It was in there because I needed to continue the series after reading The Warded Man. I am currently doing a buddy reads with Michael from Bitten by a Radioactive Book. However, I've been very inactive in reading this and discussing it with him, and I feel really, really bad. But I will definitely be getting to reading a lot of this over the weekend, so hopefully we'll be able to talk about this very, very soon. I am currently only about 6 chapters in, so we shall see. The audiobook I'm listening to is An Ember in the Ashes, which I also own the physical copy for right here, and I am literally almost done with this. I probably have maybe 30 more pages, and like I said, audiobooks go a lot faster for me than physical books, at least lately, and so plus this is a short YA fantasy anyways, so fairly enjoyable. Not the best read that I've read lately, but definitely worth the read if you were hesitant about it. I enjoyed it. I do have a lot more questions, and just the fact that this was initially supposed to be a standalone makes no sense at all. It definitely was set up to have a continuation from the beginning. So the last one that I'm definitely actively reading a lot of is Volume 0 of Ubelblatt by Ettorogi Shiono, and I am about halfway through this book. Really, really enjoying this series. I cannot wait to talk about it on the Goodreads group. I will leave a link to our Goodreads group. This is the BookTube Manga Club's Choice of the Month, and I have volumes 0 through, I just got 2 recently. I showed it to you in my TBR video, and I will be showing it to you in my next manga haul because I did get a bunch of new manga for this month, and I just cannot wait till my wrap up to kind of discuss this. I might actually do a separate video on this because it's that good, and I just need to go ahead and do these separate videos that I keep talking about, but I will. And last night I just had the biggest urge to start a new book, and I wasn't sure which ones I wanted to start. I kind of started both of them. I'm in the very beginning of both of them, and they're 2 completely different stories. One of them is a sci-fi, and that is Bright of the Sky by Kei Kenyon. This is book 1 of the entire and The Rose, and I literally read maybe the first chapter of each of these other books, and I really, really like this, although, again, me and my epic fantasy right now, that's just what I'm into right now, so I don't know if I want to continue reading it since it is sci-fi, and I'm just not in the mood for sci-fi at the moment, at least not this sci-fi at the moment. I don't know. I did purchase some new sci-fi recently. Don't know if I want to be reading a sci-fi. That's the whole point of this conversation. right now. So I did start this, so it is in my currently reading pile, but I don't know if I will be. I might shelf it for now and try it again in a different month. I should be trying to read my Japanese June picks, but I'm not. The other one that I also started last night and read maybe the first chapter or so from it, and I actually was really wanting to continue reading it, but it was really late. I wouldn't say really late, but I'm an old lady and I like to go to bed early, and I was already getting really tired. It was like 11:30 and I had to work this morning, so I didn't want to stay up too late. But anyways, I definitely am interested in continuing this because I was liking what I was reading, and that is The Grace of Kings by Ken Liu. This is book 1 in the Dandelion Dynasty, and this is a fairly new book that I purchased. It's also a fairly new release, and I was interested in reading it and decided to just pick it up. I kind of just picked up like 4 random books and read the first chapters in all of them, and decided that this one or Bright of the Sky was more interesting to me. So, but between this one and this one, obviously this one's fantasy, so this one's catching my attention way more, but it's like, it's giant. Which I love giant books, but I didn't want to take on another large book when I kind of want to start some of my Japanese books that are also really large. I don't know. I'm so flippant when it comes to these things. I should stop making TBRs, like seriously. Anyways, really enjoying this, and I absolutely love the map on the inside of this book. It's colored and it's gorgeous. So, not that that's a reason why I picked up the book. That is kind of a reason why I picked up the book, but I liked what I was reading so far, so I might continue this. I might shelf it if I can convince myself to go and read my Japanese TBR pile first. So, there is that. Sorry about the rant. That is what I'm currently reading this weekend. What will you guys be reading? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!